All right. This is about the holiday season. This is about Thanksgiving, man. All right. I wanted to enjoy my Thanksgiving with the grandkids, so I didn't do a video or nothing like that. But I'm gonna want to tell you what it's like for Thanksgiving in the prison. All right.
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located on the North Mile in Freeport.
Tune in to Unique Mecca Audio.
All right. Unique Mecca audio, man. I'm gonna tell you about what it was like for Thanksgiving in the prison. You know what I mean? Now, you know how it's stressful out here. You know what I mean? You know how y'all say it's real stressful during the holiday season. People finances ain't right, trying to get the presents ready. Right after Thanksgiving comes Christmas and the whole nine, and everybody traveling, the road raised, price of gas going up, everything going up. You know what I mean? But now I'm gonna tell you about on the inside. Now on the inside, you got dudes that been, getting high, getting stuff from the store, man. Like I said, everything, you know what I mean? Everything costs stamps in the joint. You know what I mean? Everything costs stamps. So you penitentiary rich when you got stamps like that. You know what I mean? And then, don't forget your loose books. You know what I mean? So you penitentiary rich, you doing your thing. But then you got dudes in there that they living day to day. That's what you call hustling off the land. Hustling off the land is, dudes go in the kitchen, they steal vegetables, onions, green peppers, come back, they sell them and do what they got to do. So that's how they make their little money. So they steal the onions and green peppers so they could get stamps. So, they sell an onion and green pepper for 4 stamps. You know what I mean? So you get 10 of them, you get 40 stamps, 20 stamps in a book. That's 40 books, $5 a book. That's 10 quick dollars. Now you got $10, you can go get yourself a bag of weed. You go get yourself either that or a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? Or, you can go to the store, man, and go get some Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams. That's potato chips, cookies, and things like that. But then now, people go and they get their credit and their family members promise to send them money for the holidays, so they know they get ready to get their little, Thanksgiving money. So they go and they take out, they take out loans, so they go to the store, man, and say, hey, let me get, 5 bags of chips, 4 sodas, da-da-da-da. Now they owe a dude, 20, 30 stamps. That's like $7. You know what I mean? So it was a MS-13. He had a store going on. You know what I mean? Dude came in there, kept borrowing stamps from him, getting food on credit, kept dragging him to pay him, said his holiday money coming, holiday money coming, holiday money didn't come yet. So while he's sitting there waiting on the holiday money to come, it was like day before Thanksgiving. So they got a bus coming in. You know what I mean? The holiday bus. A bus is new inmates. So whenever new inmates come, it's going to be rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? Because they're going to have somebody hot on the bus that don't belong there. Dude's going to check them in and do what they got to do. And, it's crazy. So we day before Thanksgiving, dude owed a MS-13, you know what I mean? Like $7 in stamps. You know what I mean? That's like $24. You know what I mean? 24 stamps, because 20 books, 20 stamps is a book at 25 cents a piece. So now for $7, we got Thanksgiving coming up the next day. Now the MS-13, he mad, he furious. He like, this dude playing him. It's been 3 weeks. He kept telling him he gonna pay him, and he kept giving him more food, giving him more food. You know what I mean? Stamps went up. It only went up to $7. But, $7 in the prison is, it's not a lot of money, but it's the principle of the thing. Remember that word. I'm going to do a video on principle. Remember that. Write that down. A video on principle. Y'all want to hear the video on the principles in prison, y'all make sure you let me know. All right? So I'm going to make sure that my assistant write down, I'm going to do a video on principle. But dude owe him a little $7. So the bus getting ready to come in. So they got the last minute run for the store. So now we all go to the store, because when the bus is coming, we already know we're going to go get a bunch of those butt naked soups I told you about. They're 25 cents a piece. I ain't bring one with me today, so you know what they look like. The little ramen soup. So they sell 24 in a box, and they sell them for like a quarter a piece. You know what I mean? And they sell them for 2 stamps in a joint, So now they got all these buses coming in, so everybody run to the store. They go buy up the soups, they go buy up the chips, the candy bars, because we anticipating a lockdown. But tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so who's gonna wild out on Thanksgiving? You know what I mean? Thanksgiving is time for be thankful for what you got, just thankful to be alive, not in prison. You know what I mean? Not in prison. So now, bus come in. They got them all over there. Everything is locked down. You know what I mean? Because the bus came, after rec yard at night. So it came about 7 o'clock by the time they went through the R&D process. I got to do a video on how you get processed in, into the prison whenever you go to a new prison. So that take hours. Because remember, they bringing in like 30, 40 inmates at a time. So, they got to process each inmate, go through the bull crap, which we're going to get into, but it's a Thanksgiving joint, so you see how Thanksgiving is. So now, all we got to pray for is that we don't have a lockdown on Thanksgiving and they shut down the visit because, I'm all the way in Lee County, Virginia, you know what I mean? My kids getting ready to come up for the holiday, on Thanksgiving. Ain't nothing better than a Thanksgiving visit, you know what I mean? To be able to, escape the madness. So what they do on Thanksgiving is early in the morning, they lock down at 10 o'clock and, for 10 o'clock count. When they do the 10 o'clock count, they walk around with a ticket. You know what I mean? Like a little raffle ticket. And the police give one to every inmate. With that raffle ticket, that's what you take. And, when you go in the kitchen to get your meal, you hand them the raffle ticket. They got a big, pickle jar, a plastic pickle jug, and got water in it. And when you hand them the ticket, they drop it in it so that you can't pass the ticket off to nobody else, so the people working in the kitchen can't steal the ticket, give to nobody else, because they got what they call a big meal. They got turkey wrapped up in aluminum foil. They got sweet potatoes. They got cranberry. They got stuffing. You know what I mean? They got cornbread. We don't normally get all that in no one meal. You know what I mean? So now, except for in Coleman, penitentiary, we had a cook named Larry from Georgia. If anybody know Larry from Georgia, the cook that was working in Coleman, tell him to holler at me. Larry made sure everybody eat. Every Thursday was Thanksgiving on the compound when Larry was in charge of the kitchen for the food administrators. But anyway, so the police give you little tickets, and when you come out, you go. And if you go on a visit, you take your ticket with you to the visit. And when you take your ticket to the visit and the visiting hall is over, at 3 o'clock, they still be serving chow because everybody go eat. There's so much food, they take longer to eat, and people in there stealing, bringing out turkey, buying turkey. Because like I said, everything is purchased for stamps. You know what I mean? So now you go on a visit, you chill with your family. At the end of the visit, when you dress out, you give the police the ticket, and he'll send you over to the kitchen, and they already got a big tray made up with you for everything everybody else had, so you don't miss the meal. But then now, we're going to rewind back, to the beginning of the day. So now, here we go. We got the dude sitting there, the MS-13. He furious that the dude owe him his little 24 stamps, $7. You know what I mean? $6. Now it's 28 stamps, $7, 28 stamps. You know what I mean? So he owe him a little 28 stamps, so he in his body right now. He feel like dude trying to play him. He don't care nothing about it's no holiday. All of us praying that he don't do nothing over that. I pull up on the MS-13 because I hear what's going on. I said, yo, dude owe you $7. So let me give you $10 in stamps. You know what I mean? Squash his debt for the day. I don't care what you do to him tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I'm going to give you the $7 so I go see my family getting ready to come in, man. I'm giving you $10 to allow me to see my family, to put your difference aside till tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? He looked at me. He said, Unique, you know what I mean? I know you got money. I know you want to see your kids. I know all that. And I'm not trying to stop you from seeing your kids. But here go that word again. It's the principle of the thing. I'm like, oh, man. And I know what he's talking about, so I can't say nothing. I said, but dog, my family driving all the way from New York down here to Virginia up in the mountains, man. Don't let them come up here in the joint lockdown. He said, Unique, man, I respect you as a brother. I understand that, but you already know how the principle go. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. So he's like, yo, dude trying to play me, and I'm tired of dude trying to play me. He should have been paid me. I said, so what? You can't put the knife in him, Ma? You know what I mean? Why you got to put the knife in him on Thanksgiving? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to see my family. And he's like, nah, Unique. You know what I mean? If I see this dude, I'm going to do what I got to do because he got to pay me. You know what I mean? And he need to feel this cold steel sliding up in him so he don't try this to another, one of my brothers. I don't care what he do at nobody else's store, but he ain't going to be disrespecting my store. So now I get up early in the morning, I'm ironing my clothes, and I'm trying to talk to the dude. I got him in the laundry room with me while I'm ironing my pants. I'm ironing my pants and ironing my shirt, and because they let you wear the little beige uniform to the visit. So I'm getting fresh dressed and, like $1,000,000 waiting to go on a visit, you know what I mean? So I'm in there talking to him, and I'm like, yeah, everything good, man. Just relax, da 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 da. But the dude is not in that unit. He's in another unit. You understand what I'm saying? So now, I'm glad that day they didn't have a wreck move. You know what I mean? They kept everybody in the unit because it was Thanksgiving. They ran late, getting the kitchen ready. The kitchen workers, they've been cooking since like 12 o'clock at night. They start cooking this big ass meal to wind up feeding 1,500, 2,000 inmates. So they didn't call no wreck move, which was a good thing. So I'm ironing my clothes because I'm hoping that, when they call pill call, because they always call pill call. I'm hoping when they call pill call that, dude don't go out at the pill line and run into the dude that owe him the money to have to put the knife in him for the principal. So I'm trying to keep him with me in the laundry room long enough till I can hear them call my name for the visit, or they lock these goddamn doors at 10 o'clock so him and his knife could lock in his goddamn cell and leave this shit alone. You know what I mean? So we over there talking and we just chilling. I got the homies in there, so other dudes got visits. They in there talking, and we keeping him in there, and we involving him in the conversation so that he don't wander off and let his thoughts wander off to, I'm gonna go find this nigga and put the knife in him. You know what I mean? So everything goes good. 10 o'clock count come around. When 10 o'clock count come around, dude goes in. They lock us in the cell. Police come around. They give out the tickets. You know what I mean? And thank God, you know what I mean? As soon as the count is cleared, I'm one of the first ones they called for visit because my people came all the way up. They was out there from like 6:30 in the morning because it'd be a long ass line to get in. So it's a long ass line to get in. They called my family for visits. I said, bet, I made it out on the visit. Once you make it out on the visit, if something happened on the compound, they shut the compound down, but they don't let nobody else out on the visit. So everybody else is dead. So I got lucky. I get out there on the visit. So I saved $10 and I got out there on the visit because I was going to pay this nigga debt just so I could see my goddamn kids, man. So I'm out in the visit hall. We chilling. So now they clear the count. They call us out. Then they called like food service workers. That's the people that work after 10. So the ones that was there from 12 o'clock at night could go back and get some rest. So now they called chow time. You know what I mean? Chow move for the kitchen workers. So all the kitchen workers is going to work. And of course, whenever they call any move, you got dudes that's, like me. You know what I mean? We don't respect none of that. If the door's open, we going out that goddamn door. I don't care who you calling. If that goddamn door open, I'm walking out that door. There's no way in hell I'm going to sit here trapped in this cell or in this unit because they saying only a certain type of people could go. No, I'm a goddamn convict. The door's open, I go where I want to go. Remember, there's two things I want y'all to learn. You got inmates and you got convict. An inmate does what he's supposed to do. A convict do what the hell he want to do. And I'm a convict. You know what I mean? Just like my man, Gangsta Lou Farris, you know what I mean? And all the homies that, Big C, Casper from California, Big Kaz, Kilo, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Turk, you know what I mean? Lil Dope, you know what I mean? Out of Chicago, we got men, man. Yusef out of Philly, you understand? So we got men, wherever you go. Kenny Speed and them are out of Virginia, you know what I mean? So, Larry Moe, you know what I mean? Antone White, you know what I mean? Minx, rest in peace. We men, when the doors open, the police know we going out. So they know a convict and they know an inmate. The inmate stand by the door and ask, is this the move? A convict just wait till the door open and go out. He don't say nothing to the police about is this a move or what? Because if that goddamn door open, it's a move for a convict to do what he want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So now they call the little food service workers. So the food service workers go. Then they call me for a visit. So I'm walking up there, but I'm trying to rush to get up there now to the visit because the MS-13 that's owed the money. You know what I mean? He's a convict. So if the door's open, he gonna go find his man to go put the knife in him for the principal of the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get to the visiting hall because if he winds up getting out the door, see the dude on the wall, put the knife in him, then all of a sudden I'm on my way to the visiting hall. They're gonna say, stop, get on the ground. They're gonna bust the gun. They're gonna deal with that fight, and then they're gonna tell us go back to the unit. You understand what I'm saying? So the object is to get in the visiting hall before a fight break off. So when they call that goddamn visit and a move at the same time, we walk fast as hell damn near running up to that visiting hall because anything could happen during that move because in the penitentiary shit jump off, like in a New York minute. All right? So now I'm speed walking. trying to get up there. I'm all excited about seeing my kids. This is Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? They got the big ass meal. They're going to start serving about 11 o'clock, but I'm going to be out there with my family and I'm good. I get the little meal after the thing, but I don't eat the meal anyway. I get the ticket and I wind up selling the ticket to a nigga for like $2. You know what I mean? So I sell the meal for $10. You know what I mean? So they go in there, go on the line, get their food. You know what I mean? Then they go back on the line when they call another unit. Then they use my ticket so that they go back in there and they wind up getting 2 trays. You know what I mean? But then now, as soon as I get up to the visiting hall, the first thing I do, remember, I already sold my ticket. Yeah, manipulation. The first thing I do when I get up to the visiting hall, I said, yo, I left the unit before they got a chance to give out the ticket because I was in the shower. You know what I mean? And the police is like, but y'all was in the cell when they gave out the tickets. I said, nah, I was in the shower. I came out late. Man, I didn't get a goddamn ticket. I'm getting ready to go see my family. So I go in there, but mind you, I didn't let him know I didn't get a ticket so that after the visit, I could have that police verify that I didn't get a ticket. So they missed me for whatever reason. I get a whole nother tray when I go back, sell that for another $2. So I make $20 for the Thanksgiving day because I fast on Thanksgiving. I don't eat that because I ain't got shit to be Thanksgiving for. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100. So now I'm speed walking up to the visiting hall. So as soon as I get in the visiting hall and I sit down, everything is cool. You know what I mean? Deuces don't go off. Okay, so they call the first unit to go eat. So I'm out there, I'm enjoying my family and the kids and we talking and, it was just a beautiful day, man. Ain't nothing better than a holiday visit because you get to, escape the madness in the prison. So I'm out there with the kids. I'm having fun. So they called a couple of units by like 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? They got maybe 3-4 units out. And next thing you know, the deuces go off. The deuces, the panic button. They go, woo, 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 woo. I said, oh, man. So now I already know what's going on. Dude done called and put the knife in him. So they locked the joint down. You know what I mean? But miraculously, it was Thanksgiving, so they had a heart. So after they dealt with the first deuces, they let dude, you know what I mean? They let the visitors start coming in to see their family because you got, it don't be that many. Lee County might have been about maybe 20 families on Thanksgiving would come. Maybe 10, to be honest. About 10 different visitors would get their visit, you know what I mean, on Thanksgiving, because not too many people come to spend Thanksgiving with their families. You know what I mean? You got, some family that got good support, and then, of course, they're going to come, right? So they got the visiting thing now, so they go back to running the visit, everything good, and now we out there about another 10, 15 minutes later, the goddamn deuces go off again. All the police run about the visiting hall. But the only good thing about that when that happened is when the police run about the visiting hall, whoever's trying to bring, and I'm telling y'all young and it's not worth it, don't get involved. I'm not bragging about it, not doing nothing. All this is a fact that everybody knows what happened. When a fight happened, they want to make sure they run out there because they want to make sure that the police is safe. You understand? Not the inmates are safe, that the police is safe. So when they hit the deuces, all the police run. You know what I mean? Except for the one police that's running the visiting hall. He stays behind the desk, but he usually jump up from behind the desk and run to the door to open the door to let the police out because they can't just run out the door, or else we can run out the door. But like I said, when the door's open, convict's going to do what he want to do. So the police that work the desk got to run and let him out. Of course, when he run and let him out, youngins, don't try this. Don't go to prison, so you don't have to try this. But when that happened, that's when all the drugs is passed. So as soon as the deuces go off, because we used to have joints where when you're on a visit, a dude would start a fight, you know what I mean? And let the deuces go off, you know what I mean? So when all the police go run during the visiting time, then they man that's in the visit could, have his girl passing the balloons and he could swallow it, stuff it, whatever he want to do to bring the drugs in because there's no police looking because they all ran out. There's nobody even looking at the camera because even the camera dude that's watching the cameras, the monitors, you know what I mean, the security monitors, they done ran out. You understand what I'm saying? And by the time they go back to look at, might be a day, 2 days later, by the time they get to re-look at the thing, then they might see a dude that was slipping, that was fumbling and rushing, trying to get the drugs, you know what I mean, and get caught going back in. So all this is what going to Thanksgiving. Welcome to Thanksgiving in the federal prison. So now, everybody passing their drugs on the second joint. So the second joint is so crazy, the medical is usually near the visiting hall, so you can see when the police walking by. Police walk by about 4 or 5 dudes, I see blood every goddamn way. You know what I mean? So now we don't know what's going on because they done shut the visiting hall down. So we, expecting them to start letting people back in because they let them in the first time, which they normally don't do, but it was Thanksgiving. So now the second time when it happened, they let some people in again. So they let some people in. So when they come in and say, damn, it's rocking and rolling out there, and they letting them have visits. And they say, yeah, man, dude put the knife in him for the stamps, you know what I mean? For the principle of the thing. And then he's like, yeah, one of the dudes that came last night on the bus, he got caught up. He was hot. You know what I mean? So they put the knife in him. You know what I mean? But, everybody was complaining to the captain and the AW and them that's out there, the acting captain, because, the real captain is there, but the acting warden is what they call, I forgot what they call them, the duty officer. The duty officer is like the warden, for the weekend and the holidays when the warden's not there. So everybody went to the duty officer and say, man, we had our family come in from New York, from D.C., from Philly, from, North Carolina ain't far from Virginia, but be like from Atlanta, from Miami. Man, we trying to see our family, man. All right, you done cleared that mess up. So, this duty officer was all right. He was old convict, so he let him shoot back in, and they had the visit. So now when we get the visit, and they come in, they tell them what's going on. But then the deuces go off again. Now they punish somebody else. There's 3 deuces in one day on Thanksgiving. 3 people, I'm talking about 8 people got stabbed on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, man. What the hell is there to be thankful for when you got to live like this in the prison? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how crazy that is. So now we all up in a visiting home, and everybody done passed their little drugs and, can't wait to go back. And, but now the jail locked down. Now this is crazy. You know what I mean? Remember, the deuces went on 3 times, so now they done did that. They allowed everybody to go to visit. But then, when visit was over at 3 o'clock, you know what I mean? They ended the visit, but they made us separate from our families, had our visitors on this side of the room, and then had us on this side of the room, and we had to stay out there till about 5, 6 o'clock. 4 o'clock count. Remember, they got a count at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock count, you're supposed to be locked in your cell all over the BOP. And then, they do a count and they call it into Washington, make sure everybody's secure or whatever. But this joint was so vicious and so bloody, was so bloody that they locked us all in the visiting hall with our families, wouldn't even let our families leave the visiting hall. But we couldn't sit down and continue to visit. We had to stand on this side and we waving at them, and the kids trying to run over to come see us. They not understanding why they daddy over there on that side of the wall and they can't come over there. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing between them but air. But this is prison. So if this is what you're trying to put your kids through, your family through, go on and keep breaking the law. But that's why I said don't do it. It's not worth it. But it's on you. If you want to do it, you think you're tough enough to handle this, be my goddamn guest. But I'm telling you, I'm not going through that shit no more, and I'm trying to prevent you from having to go through it. So our family stayed out there till about 6 o'clock. About 6 o'clock, we stayed out there waving at each other and trying to talk and figure out that kids got to go to the bathroom. There's only but two stalls in each bathroom. And I mean, it was just a mess. But with all this going on now, they do the count, and they call the count into Washington, D.C. from the visiting hall. They counted the people in the visits to make sure everything is right. So by the time they add up who was in the visit, what was in what cell, and the police telling them 4 missing from my cell, another one saying 2 missing, another one saying 1 missing. Now they got to find who's from H1, okay, who's from H2, okay, who's from G1, who's from B1. You know what I mean? Then they got to call those officers and say, we got 3 from B1, for that, add them to your count, add them to this count, and the whole joint is just a big goddamn mess. But welcome to Thanksgiving in the prison. That's why I'm telling you it ain't worth it. So now they sit there and they didn't let our families out till about 6 o'clock at night. 6 o'clock at night, they let us back out. Everybody locked in their goddamn cell. So now when we go in the joint, you know what I mean? The police go open the cell up. I've been on here 23 minutes. I don't want to give y'all too much, man, because y'all got to like the video, you know what I mean? Subscribe. And don't forget Unique Mecca Audio TV. And don't forget the Cash App, man. The game is to be sold, not told. But I'm giving it to you. Show some love. All right. So police go and they lock us in the cell. So when we go back to the unit, they go to lock us in the cell. It gets real crazy. You know what I mean? Because now when they go, everybody locked in the cell. But when you go back, they got to open up your cell to let your cellie out. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, to let you in. So, they go to the door. And what I tell you, convicts do what they want to do. So now here go police coming and open up the door to an MX-13. You know what I mean? Know that they got issues. But they don't open the doors up, you know what I mean, to go let somebody in. But they opened up the wrong door. The MS-13 didn't get a visit because 9 times out of 10, they're not really even from that area. But they opened the door to MX-13, and this man comes running out, you understand what I'm saying? And catches this other Spanish dude, you know what I mean? I forgot what gang he was from, but he catches another Spanish dude, and he runs up on him, and he gets to put the knife in him in the day room. Now, Police going crazy. They come running up there. They got us all stand up against the walls for the ones that didn't get in the cell yet, this and that. So while they're doing that, they get me an order. I'm rushing, telling the police that's there. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, let me in my cell, man. Come on, I'm right here. I got to use the bathroom. Let me in the cell. You know what I mean? So, they got the fight, organized, got dude on the ground, but as police, I'm cool. I'm telling him, I got to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So he opened the cell and let me in, luckily. Because when that happened, if you out there on the cell, when the shit jump off, what the first thing they're going to do is they're going to lock you up for investigation. You know what I mean? So I had to get in the cell, or else they would have locked me up for investigation, and my family drove all the way down for Thanksgiving weekend. So they came from New York, so they had to stay Thursday. They got there Wednesday night. They stayed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you know what I mean? And came for a half a day on Sunday, so I had a good 4-day weekend visit. But they done locked the joint down. So after the Thanksgiving visit, we didn't have no visit the next day, so the family had to leave Thursday night, early Friday morning to go back home after they drove all the way there, came with reservations, made reservation a hotel to stay. You understand what I'm saying? So now, of course, everybody's like, man, I'm going to punish the MS-13s. You understand what I'm saying? They done screwed up all visit. You understand? Because they done ran up their hot dude. You know what I mean? But it's penitentiary. They done stabbed the dude that owed them money. You understand what I'm saying? So they like, man, they know they could have waited till after the visit. But, of course, it was the principle of the thing. So on that note, I'm going to tap out. I just wanted to give y'all a little something, so y'all get something for Thanksgiving and know how we rock and roll for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Hit the like button, subscribe button, share button, and don't forget a goddamn Cash App. The number's on the screen. If you want to get on the show, do what you got to do. But right now, I'm out.
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nordica Mall. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out, and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26,
Yeah.
He back on the strip, Getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
What he mentions a gift.
Right.
You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit.
Yeah.
Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn.
Real.
Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horning uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the rudiments.
You know what it is. I'm just chilling. This how we do it. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all do what you got to do. We do what we got to do. No, stay out of prison, man. All right.